Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA, online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Tuesday, August 9th, 2017, and it is 6:02 p.m. when I'm recording this episode. This is day 9 of the Dog Days of Podcasting, where several podcast nerds, including myself, attempt to do a show a day for the entire month of August. And I'm finishing up my first Tecate here. Let me down this. So it's down to backwash. That is good. I'm going to now open my second one. That is even better. Oh, that's probably the best one of the day so far. Okay. Today was a sad day in the music world because Glen Campbell died. I don't know if you're a rock fan or if you're a Dog Days listener, maybe you're not a Glen Campbell fan, but I remember watching the Glen Campbell TV show. I forget what it was called, but I was like 9 or 10 years old, probably at my grandma's house. And he used to play an Ovation round back acoustic electric guitar. I think Ovation might have been the first guitar company to actually have acoustic guitars that were electric. Glen Campbell pretty much put he pretty much put Ovation guitars on the map. He was one of their first endorsers, and made me, when I first started playing, that was the guitar that I wanted when I was a kid. I wanted a Glen Campbell acoustic guitar. And you look at these videos of his TV show. That guy, he played several different Ovation guitars, electric and acoustic. And one thing people don't know is that guy was a ripping guitar player. I mean, ripping. Some of these country guys, back then, there were 3 country guys who were actual shredders. There was Roy Clark on Hee Haw. A lot of people thought of Roy Clark as this, goofy hick Hee Haw character, but there were times on that show where he would just play the guitar and he would shred. Same with Chet Atkins, but listen to Glen Campbell. This guy is such an underrated guitar player. Some of these country guys are better than any of the rock guys. This is from his TV show.
You ready? I learned this from Wayne Newton. It's about this tempo. 1, 2, 3, back home again. In Indiana.
Listen to his shredding here.
I long to be. I can still see the candlelight still shining bright through the sycamore.
Here he goes.
The new mown hay and all its fragrance. Oh, I can see right now I'm gonna do 3 courses. And I dream about the moonlight on the Wabash as I dream of
Go, Glenn, go, go! Such an underrated guitar player, just a ripping guitarist. I could keep going. The guy was just amazing on the guitar, man. The guy released, in his career... Okay, let me turn... What a guitar player. What a guitar player, man. And that guy lived the rock and roll lifestyle, too. I mean, it was pretty well documented, his relationships and his... partying and drinking and all that stuff. Him and Evil Knievel, two guys who lived the life. He recorded and released 58 studio albums, 6 live albums. He had 82 singles on either the Billboard Country Chart or the Billboard Hot 100. The guy was an incredible artist. And when I was when I heard that Glen Campbell died, oh, by the way, Billy Rowe, the guitar player for the Butlers, one of my rock and roll brothers, builds guitars, and he did a Glen Campbell authorized signature Stratocaster and went down to Nashville, and Glen Campbell authorized it and everything. Glen Campbell died at, I believe, age 81 from Alzheimer's disease. And I don't know if you know anything about Alzheimer's, but that's a terrible way to go. You lose all your memory. When I was thinking about what to do on the dog days, and I found out that Glen Campbell died, I didn't really think about doing a Glen Campbell episode, but then I just started thinking about it and started thinking about it more, and I went and listened again to the last song he ever recorded, which was called "I'm Not Gonna Miss You," which was nominated. It was there was a documentary about Glen Campbell called "I'll Be Me." That was nominated for, I believe it was nominated for an Oscar. At least the song was nominated. The song was written, I heard that it was written by Glen Campbell and Julian Raymond, who did the last couple of Cheap Trick albums. And I had heard that the song was about, was written for one of his daughters, or maybe all of his daughters and his wife. You know, when people said, you know, how do you feel about people? He says, I don't know why everybody is so upset about me dying. I'm not going to miss anyone. And so he wrote this song called "I'm Not Going to Miss You" for his daughter. And I was listening to the song. I started thinking about my own mortality and about my daughter. What if I had Alzheimer's and I would never miss my daughter, and I wouldn't even know my daughter. And I started fucking crying uncontrollably like a little baby. I mean, I was sitting outside when I was listening to the song. I was on my way to go look at another job. I had, after work, I went to do an estimate. I'm a painting contractor, and I'm sitting outside the house listening to the song. I just started crying uncontrollably. I mean, the water well was pouring out of my eyes. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, "Oh my God, I can't go into this woman's house and be cheerful and talk and try to give her advice on painting and things when I look like this." I had to turn it off. It just tore me apart. So that's what I'm going to play for you today. Actually, it might be a little bit long. I'm going to play 2 songs for you, 2 Glen Campbell songs, okay? The first one I'm going to play is called "I'm Not Going to Miss You," which was the last song he ever recorded, written for his daughters. If you don't cry when you hear this song, I don't know. Maybe you don't have any feelings. I don't know. But then I'm going to follow that up with a song that was on one of his last studio albums. It was a studio album called "Ghost on the Canvas," which was when he found out. It came out in like 2011, I think. When he found out he had Alzheimer's, he recorded this album that was supposed to be his last album that he would ever record. And this song, there were 2 songs in this album that were recorded that were actually written by Paul Westerberg of the Replacements. The second song I'm going to play for you is written by Paul Westerberg, and it is called "Any Trouble," and it's kind of also about him dying. So I'm going to play 2 back-to-back songs from Glen Campbell about him dying. And if you want to have a tear-jerking 6 minutes to come, friends, listen to these 2 songs. If you don't, I understand you can fast forward them, but man, I'm going to probably listen to them and just bust out crying right now. So here's the first one, "I'm Not Going to Miss You." By the way, after these 2 songs, I will come back and say a few parting words.
I don't play guitar or sing my songs. It never defined who I am. the man that loved you till the end. You're the last person I will love. You're the last face I will recall. And best of all, I'm not gonna miss you. Not gonna miss you. I'm never gonna hold you like I did. I say I love you to the kiss. You're never gonna see it in my eyes. It's not gonna hurt me when you cry. I'm never gonna know what you go through. All the things I say or do. All the hurt and all the pain. One thing selfishly remains. I'm not gonna miss you. I'm not gonna miss you. Don't go to any trouble. You know I won't be here long. Hold me like a breath. You can count on me to 10. Then any trouble you got will be gone. Don't go to any father. Your mother made lemonade. Don't go and make
A twofer from the great Glen Campbell. Rest in peace, brilliant guitar player. A brilliant guitar player with a song written by a genius named Paul Westerberg. I take a sip of this fine Tecate to the memory of the great Glen Campbell. Thank you for indulging me in this little tribute. I don't know how great of a tribute it was, but the guy was a living legend and a fucking fantastic guitar player. And I, for one, am going to miss the guy. I don't know what to tell you, but all right. You know how you can reach me? rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. Find the show, rockandrollgeek.com. I'm fucking busting up now, crying. I'm holding back the tears. Thank you for listening, friends. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Where's the train wreck? Goodbye. Talk to you tomorrow.
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.